Hello, dear students. Welcome to the online class for MA English Final. In this video, we are going to study the poem At Grass and we will learn about the critical analysis of this poem. Philip Larkin's At Grass, taken from The Less Deceived, is essentially a movement poem which shows Larkin's close scrutiny of life, its maturity and death. So this poem is basically about his philosophy towards life. The poem is about the race horses in their retirement. However, Larkin himself announced that he has never seen any racehorse in the field of horse racing in which people stock money. Perhaps he was inspired by a newsreel film on Brown Jack, the racehorse in its retirement. So, we can say that this poem is basically inspired by a racehorse named Brown Jack. The racehorses that he describes are no more in their glory. These superannuated horses means these retired horses no longer participated in race. With case and comfort under the cool shade of trees they are grazing. So these horses who are retired within a situation of comfort and ease, they are grazing under the cool shade of trees. And here we can see the text of the poem. The eye can hardly pick them out from the cold shade they shelter in, till wind distresses tail and mane. Then one crops grass and moves about, the other seeming to look on. These horses has now lost individual identity. But once, means 15 years ago, these race horses were famous. On distinction in races, means they were very significant in races and achieved glamorous feats, achieved glamorous awards. A vast crowd of people, including the noble ladies, used to attend the field of race and stock their money on the horses of their choice, means they bet the money on the horses in the race. In the month of hot June, they used to park their cars outside the arena of the race course, and if their favorite horse won the race, they felt jubilant. So the poet is speaking about not only the horses, but he is memorizing the scene when the race horse took place. Yet 15 years ago, perhaps 2 dozen distances sufficed to fable them. Faint afternoons of cups and stakes and handicaps, whereby their names were artificed to inlay faded classic June. The poet is not sure about the fact that whether these horses are nostalgic, means the poet is not sure that if the horses are memorizing of their glorious past or not. They no longer have to wait for the signal to run. As the horses have retired, they don't have to wait for the signal to run. Years roll on, means years passed away. The horses are now enjoying leisurely. Their names remain in almanac only. No curious watcher stops to watch them. None looks at them through the window with a binocular. They are now waiting for the evening, and the groom and his boy will come to bridle them away to the stable. Summer by summer, all stole away. These are the lines, these are the extracts from the poem. Summer by summer, all stole away. The starting gates, the crowd and cries have slipped their names and stand at ease. Only the grooms and the groom's boy, with bridles in the evening come. Here, grooms and the groom boy is groom and groom boy refer to the servants who are taking care of the horses, the retired horses. The poems belong to movement poem. And underneath its simplicity, it identifies the poet's mentality, which is stripped of its glamour, and the poet becomes an ordinary man, speaking in ordinary language, which sound prosaic, means which sound clear, perfect. What Larkin tries to bring home means what Larkin tries to show us that like youth, old age is a necessary part of life and we must accept it calmly when it apprehends us. Means when it approaches us, we should accept it calmly. At grass is a serene picture of old age. The bright days of youth have passed on and the sunset of life is approaching. The poem is also taken as a political allegory where there is emotionally complex treatment of a contemporary English society. So here the poet is linking this poem to a political allegory. The superannuated racehorses indicate England's loss of power and glory. The retired racehorses symbolize England's loss of power and glory. It is a post imperial poem and uses language of imperial achievement and that of imperial loss. The image of a squadrons are the long cry of England's imperialism. The race horses, once famous, are English ancestors, famous generals, perhaps who can now stand at ease. The race horses symbolize something about success and failure and neglect to notice the threatening atmosphere of the modern social democracy. So, this poem is, we can say that this poem is a symbol of political allegory also. In At Grass, provinciality perhaps always contains within in the sting of distance. It is a poem of post-war period, and whether the landscape is native or not, it has usually been at one remove and seen through the window of a train or even of a house. The poetry of place is usually poetry of displacement. So, students, you should note that this poetry is a poetry of displacement. Therefore, the distance theme has become the most important feature of the poem. The distance in space has become the very ground of freedom for the refined horses. Though their names have slipped into oblivion and anonymity, the horses are not perhaps sad. They have reconciled themselves with the change of time and space. Larkin is here realistic and sensibly accepts this. Philip Larkin is noted movement poet, which refers to the group of poets of the 1950s. The other notable movement poets are John Wayne, Kingsley Amis, Thomas Gunn, Donald Davy, and Robert Conquest, etc. In the poems of movement poets, the inflated romanticism and stylistic excess of the 30s and 40s were replaced by ironic, realistic, and anti romantic stance. So, basically, we can say that the poetry of movement poets have the style of irony, realism, and anti romanticism. So that's all about this poem At Grass composed by Philip Larkin. In the next video, we will study the poem Whitsun Wedding that is also included in your course. So thank you all.